What's up guys, I'm coming back at you with a new Cyber Dragon list for the format. It might seem that nothing much has changed, but I thought I would just share it because this is a turn of the format. This is a new format that we're going into, so this is my favourite deck of all time, so I'm going to bring you a list with just going to bring you this new list that I've created, or thrown together, I don't know what you would count it as. So first we have the Cyber Dragon, main monster of the deck. Drops himself, that's fine. Then we have the 3 Dre. He is your rank 5 plays. Nothing much else can be said about it. Then play 2 of the Savai, just because it's a name. If there was a better name, then I would play it, but this is better. Then we have the 3 core. Again, not really much can be said about that. It's searcher for your search card, which will search you all those. Then for your generic machines, you have your 2 Galaxy Soldier, your 1 Chronomaly Gone Jet, and your 1 Eltanin. These are for your rank 5s, and we've got 1 just push play card. Simple. And we've got 1 Honest, because Honest, we play light still. They may not be the focus, but this is still a good card. I can't pick it up. There we go. So Honest, yeah. Then that should be, I think, around 16 monsters. So for the spells, we got a lot of spells and a lot of traps in comparison to what decks I usually build them with, because I felt it needs it in this day and age of Yu-Gi-Oh! So one-offs, we've got Overload Fusion, so you can make your Chimera Tech Overdragon, your Foolish Burial, because you want to put cores into the grave, an Instant Fusion because you play a Panzer Dragon, and a limiter removal for push plays. There's some cool little combo-y things, well, not really a combo, but a cool little setup that you can do with this and a machine duplication. Speaking of which, we play 2 machine duplication, and then we obviously have 2 mystical space typhoons. These are the only 2 ofs in the spell lineup. We've got machine dupe for our core plays, and then we have our space typhoons just to poke at back row that we don't like. And I'll just put them down there. We play the 3 power bonds, because we like to make push plays with these 2 bad boys here, because both are fucking amazing. Oh, apologies. Just gonna move that up there. Then we do play our search card of the 3 cyber repair plants. Again, search card for all of your monsters except for Honest. That's the only card that doesn't search. Honest. Then for traps, I'm currently playing around with the traps a little bit. It will change. I'm going to take this deck to a tournament probably next month, maybe this month if I can get time off work, but I doubt that. So yeah. So we got the one Torrential Tribute and the one Vanity's Emptiness, just as we were one-offs. Sort of just simple, really. You don't want your opponent to special summon too much, so you stop them, really. That's all you can say to that. Sort of adds insult to injury when your opponent plays their only Norden and you vanities them, because that means it's gone for unless they have Emerald. Then for two ofs, we have 2 copies of Solemn Strike and then 2 copies of Trapstun. Well, really, this is self-explanatory. You don't want to be running into those sort of battle traps, or, to be honest, Cosmojos and things like that. So Trapstun is our way of getting around that, and then Solemn Strike is just so that we can have some general effect negation and all that kind of thing. And then I'm just gonna throw these on top. We got 3 Reckless Greed to just plough us through the deck a little bit faster. It's always fun to resolve that at 2 or 3, but obviously you're gonna get. I'm gonna get comments saying it's not very good because it is a -1, but you only play it when you need it. It's a bluff back row, but you only play it when you need it, really. And if they amnesty it, so yeah. So for our machine, our fusion lineup, we play the 1 Panzer Dragon, the 1 Parasicroid. I'm actually just going to call these the generic sort of machines that we use in the extra deck. This is just for rank 5 plays, and then Parasicroid is for when you have 2 sort of dead cards. Let's say you have a dead Galaxy Soldier on field and the searched one in hand. This is kind of good just for using that and then poking. It's also kind of like a cowboy in a sense, because your opponent could be on low life points. You go into this and then poke at them directly for game, which is useful because you know there's a lot of shit going around that will just fuck you up. So yeah, that's those. Then we do play the 2 Chimera Tech Rampage Dragons and the Chimera Tech Overdragon. Rampage Dragon because it's just a good push black card. You can, if you haven't trap stunned or anything like that, you can pop their back row and swing. It is better in the sense that it can attack 3 times as well as popping, which obviously that's amazing, but sometimes it is better to go for a Cyber Twin when you've trap stunned and your opponent's got a monster on board and you've got an Honest. A little bit situational, but you know, it's whatever, to be honest. I still think it's sound logic. If you don't, then fuck off. Then we do have the aforementioned Cyber Twin Dragon. So, you know, swing twice for 56. Yes, please. And for the last one, we play Barberoid. If you don't know why this is in here, it's because we run our Novas, and when Nova dies, Nova gets us this. Nova will preferably guess one of these 2, so preferably go for Barberoid before you go to this. So yeah. XYZs. Sorry again. Oh, another thing. I don't have my Fortress Dragon because I can't find it, so that's why it's not in the list. However, it would replace one of the XYZs that I've got in the lineup. So first of all, we have Digvorzag, King of Heavy Industry, because we like to minus our opponent and fuck them up a bit. Obviously he's not very good in the light swans and all those kind of variants and all that kind of shizzle, but it is what it is. Because, yeah, then we got Durandal. Durandal's what I replace, because you hardly ever go into it. Plus, it's not an ulti, so yeah, Rarity Hole. Then, I should probably center these. Then we go with a Volcasaurus. As well, I'm actually just going to put that there now. As well as the Pleiades. Not really much to say. This is all standard for Cyber Dragon players, if you don't really play this type of lineup. I don't really know what to say. You can replace Digvorzak with a Zen Mighty if you want, but I just think that the 3k sort of the 3k that's on him, was it 3-2 actually? I think it's 3-2 that's on him, as well as his cool mill / pop effect is better. Plus we do have our Rampage Dragon, making his Mighty a little bit obsolete. So yeah, and then obviously just for the final sort of important Cyber Dragon cards, we play the 2 Cyber Dragon Nova alongside its, I guess, insane form of Cyber Dragon Infinity. There's nothing really to say about that. This is a good card on its own, you know, you can push with it, and you can get cards back with it, as well as Infinity just being Quasar and 101. But I could akin it more to them being like strippers, because, yeah. But yes, that's all I really have time right now for. I hope you enjoyed the list. I will try and update it if I come up with some better theory behind it. I'm not going to do a video on the ban list because nobody really cares at the moment. I just think it's good. So I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.